Welcome to week 5. We've made it through the midterm point in this course and we're on our final slope talking about administrative law this week. The first thing that I want to mention to you all is that in week 8, this course will end Thursday, 12/12 at noon. All assignments must be turned in for this course in week 8 by Thursday at noon. I'm going to be putting in your all's grades first thing Friday morning, so that's going to be the process. You'll turn everything in by Thursday, and I will have grades inputted for you all on Friday. All right, opening up the content folder to look at administrative law, I want to again remind you all, when you're doing your assignments, to please use in-text citations to the information that you have here. You have 2 PDFs. And a few videos here talking about being an elder care attorney, being a tax lawyer, working through those things. And the reason I have the tax lawyer here is because bankruptcy court is an administrative court. It is different than when you go through a regular court, and it's a different process, and they touch on that in the video. There are also plenty of information in the textbook in chapter 14. So these are the sources that you will use when you are answering the questions this week. You're going to be answering the question, what is tax law, elder law, estate planning, overview of what is administrative law. And then the last question you're going to get to write in first person. You don't have to use that academic third person tone. You don't have to have citations for the last question, talking about which one of these topics is intriguing to you and why. These are areas of the law that are very much a part of small practices. Paralegals and attorneys will work with these and touch on them more often than many other areas of the law because they tie in so much with contract law, with criminal law, with torts, with all of the other areas. And especially in a rural community like ours, it is very common for an attorney to have to cover a multitude of topics, and these are something that probably every small town law firm touches on a little bit because you build relationships with your clients and you may help them through a criminal matter and they'll come to you later on to do their will, or they'll come to you later on when they're looking at Social Security disability insurance or something with bankruptcy, something that involves their government and the taxes. So it all interlaps, and it is something that we need to have an understanding of when we're going into small firm practice and even larger firm. Understanding these concepts and the broad scope of them is something that'll help a paralegal in any industry. For those of you that are going to law school, some of these classes will be required. You will have to take some of this type of course material, but not all of them. I had a particular interest in tax law and elder law, so I took extra electives my senior year in those areas. You will talk about estate planning. It touches on property law concepts. It touches on finances. It touches on so many of the different things that you don't automatically think of. But estate planning is an essential element for so many people. It goes to custody of children, which ties to family law. It goes to the transfer of assets. It goes to real property interests. So there's just a lot of overlap there. And elder law is looking at the needs of citizens that are towards the end of life, where they have retirement planning issues, healthcare issues, guardianship, long-term care. There's all sorts of things that impact our seniors when they're looking at the end of life, not just estate planning. This is a separate component from writing a will or doing a living will, estate plan sort of document. It's looking at broader issues like guardianship, long-term care, how they're going to thrive in those senior years. So if you've got any questions this week, don't hesitate to send me an email and we can set up a virtual meeting. And I hope you guys are enjoying this class, and I look forward to reading your papers this week.